Hi Rasmus users. Today we are going to be talking about activities and auditing under the reporting tab in Hi Rasmus, which is something that you'll have access to if you are an enterprise level organization or you have premium client subscriptions. So let's start with this activities tab here. The purpose of this tab is really to give you high level overview of all of the activities and sessions within your organization. So you'll be able to see completed client sessions as well as completed activities that are employee only as well. So you can see here we have all of our activities for all time. We can add filters at any point. So if I want to find, just activities or sessions for a particular client, then I can add a filter to do this. I can easily see the statuses of these sessions here. If I want to click this checkbox up at the top or individually click on sessions, then I also have the ability to export this information, either just the session notes as PDF, or I can export this list as an Excel file, and there's some additional functionality I'll talk about in just a second. One of the other great features of this is you can set different filter views. So here I can select this bulk send view. For those of you who are integrated with one of our practice management systems that we integrate with, any of your sessions that are in a status of completed and are linked to an appointment, you'd be able to send those in bulk to your practice management system. So if you click all of these off and then select this arrow right here, you'd be able to send those sessions to your practice management system. So with the save view options, you can set specific filters and then save them either as a view for yourself or for the entire organization. So if I wanted to add an additional filter here and make this for a specific client, then I could do so, and I could hit save current view. I could specify this to a particular client. I can make it visible to all users in my organization. That would just be the ones that have access to the activities tab, and click save. Now I have an additional filter view saved. Another thing that you can do here on the activities overview page, the reporting page, is you can also add additional information to this table. So if you wanted to include specific client information from the client's information tab, these would be those client data fields that you have specifically set up, or additional information about the Lumery appointment. Any of these bits of information that you see here, you can add to this overview page as a column on the table. And then when I do select, any of this information, if I do want to export it as an Excel file, those columns that you see here will also be reflected on that Excel file that you export. So it adds just some additional visibility and functionality. If you do want to export it to a file and manipulate any of that information, run it up against another system, then you have the ability to do that here by setting different filters and adding those additional bits of information that you can use to just view here or export to an Excel file. Now, moving away from the activities tab, we also have this auditing tab. So right here, you can see that I have some filters set. That is the best way to use the audit functionality. Just like on the activities page, you can also select which table columns you have selected as well. You can't export directly from this tab, but what you can see is a list of all of the changes to things like client profiles or to user profiles or client activities. So you can see here, we've got an example of a note that has been updated. We can see the old value, which was nothing, and then all of the new information on that note, and then the difference between the two. So really, you would want to maybe filter down to a specific date or a specific resource type if you want to search for an activity, client updates, or user updates. And you'd be able to see a running list of who updated that information and what they updated it to and when exactly it was updated. So That is the Auditing tab, and it differs just slightly from our Activities tab, which is going to give you kind of that bird's eye view of all of the activities across clients and users within the system.